Let's talk CJI. So it's been a few days since the event. I want to share some of my thoughts on the event, what I loved about it, what I didn't really love about it. We'll share, our thoughts here. So we pulled up to Las Vegas at the Thomas and Mack Center at 3 p.m. It was pretty busy. I got dropped off, got into the stadium, got into our seats, and Nicky Rod had his first opponent. Now, seeing these people, seeing this is my first jiu-jitsu tournament that I've ever been to. The first one I've seen the whole tournament, and it was surreal. Just seeing the people walking in, that the whole freaking like WWE set entrance setup. They'll have their name, they'll have intro music. Like it was just super cool. The whole setup was cool, and I had a great time. Just seeing they started off with the over 80, and then the matches kept on going, kept on going. I'm like, okay, we're about 5 matches deep. When is this gonna end? So I look at my phone, pull up my phone. I'm like, look up the bracket. I'm like, oh snap! The last fight is scheduled at like 12 a.m. I'm like, oh, whoa! I should have looked at that earlier. Probably would have came a little earlier just so I could watch both divisions. Now, that is one of the drawbacks that I noticed when it came to the first day. The first day is 9 hours of jiu-jitsu. Now, to keep a crowd entertained, energized, and ready, I was surprised that it was, you know, that. But it's hard to do, and it was definitely a little hard. I had to do some stretching, had to do some walking, had to, just because we're gonna be sitting in one spot for 9 hours. Now, I'm not sure what the solution is for that. I'm not sure if it's to have maybe two pits, maybe to have a different rule set, maybe break it up into 3 days. I'm not sure what the solution is, but 9 hours seemed a little like strenuous for the average viewer like myself. And I'm saying this from a perspective of a fan who is new to jiu-jitsu and really doesn't understand the whole technical aspect of it. I don't know what they're fighting for. I don't know what really just happened, what technique they used. I was sitting down, I'm hearing this person in the back talking like he's John Danaher behind me. He's like, "Oh, he should have did a Berimbolo crab walk up to De La Hiva, kiss the dragon." I'm like, what is he speak? Is this the same language, that I'm thinking? I don't understand what he meant by that. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just sit down and just try to enjoy what's going on. So obviously the crowd was very knowledgeable. When someone passed the guard, someone took their back. We had a reversal, like a nice judo throw. The crowd was very knowledgeable, and it would help anybody who's new to jiu-jitsu like myself to understand, like, oh, that was good. Oh, that was not good for him. And I think stuff like that, or at least sharing the sport, having events like this, will eventually grow the sport. And it could eventually be a big thing where people tune in and watch jiu-jitsu. They watch it like they watch UFC, or watch it like they watch football. Like, I think eventually it could get to that place. But, we're gonna need some more events like this. And first day, awesome. Had to leave early. There was no re-entry. So right when I was walking out the game, I'm like, hey, I gotta go. Can I come back? And they're like, nah, son, can't come back. And I'm like, for real? And he's like, for real, unless you have VIP. And I said, I don't have VIP, so I can't. So I ended up leaving and watching the rest on my phone. And honestly, the broadcast on YouTube was really good. Like, the quality was super good. Different angles, had commentary. If you didn't know what was going on, in the stands, there's no commentary. You just really watch it, listen to the crowd, and it was awesome, dude. I really wish Joseph Chen advanced to at least the semifinals so I could watch some of his stuff. He lost to Lucas Barbosa, Ty Rotolo. Honestly, I think he could have met up with his brother for the championship. He just ended up getting hurt with Levi Jones, Leary, I believe. And the under 80 class, under 80 kg was freaking stacked, dude. Like, it was probably one of the best talent pool, even from in the world, pretty much from all over the world. People from Australia, people from Brazil, people from the U.S. train from all these different types of gyms. You got freaking Andre Galval coaching everybody. You got the B team coach Dima. You could just hear and feel the energy from both teams, really trying to win. And you could really feel in the energy that these guys, it was no WWE stuff going on. It was like these guys are really trying to win. As you can see from that Lucas Barbosa finish on Joseph Chen, that could have really hurt his knee, dude. Like, I was like surprised. I was like, man, that freaking sucks, dude. And once Ty got hurt too, and we advanced to the next day. And for day 2, I felt like that was the perfect amount of time for the tournament. Like I said, I don't know what the solution is for day 1, but from 5 to 8 felt like a perfect time. Like the semifinals, we had 2 super matches in between, and then we had the finals. And like I said, as a fan, a lot better to keep the attention. You're sitting down for a long time. Like I said, you get tired. You really don't know. You kind of lose interest. I'm not saying I lost interest, but I'm just saying that it's harder to maintain the attention, especially of, our generation. You feel me? So there's got to be a lot of stuff going on. And there definitely was, bro. Trust me, with that Gabby Craig match, I was like tripping. I'm like, bro, Craig's next. Craig fights next after this fight. And this dude's still in the stands drinking. So I'm like, what's going on? And then they announce him in the stands. So that kind of threw me off. And I just want to talk about the winners, Nick Rodriguez, and Cade Rotolo. Now, as we could see, taking the back and getting a rear naked choke works. And Nicky Rod did that for all 4 of his matches. And it was awesome to see, dude. He was calm. He was collected, very poised. And Cade Rotolo, very entertaining. The people are saying it's a controversial, match between him and Levi Jones. I don't know. Honestly, I was reading the comments for Cade and for Levi. For me, honestly, Cade was very active on top. I was really trying to see. I think we're pretty spoiled with that Andrew Tackett and Cade Rotolo match. They're freaking doing judo throws, reversals in midair, doing cartwheel passes. And then, got someone like Levi who just sits down and guard, really retaining the guard the whole time, had some leg lock and foot lock entries and toe hold attempts. But like I said, I think Cade was the one more active on top, and I thought it was an awesome decision. I had my reaction in the last video to that. Really wanted Cade to win the whole thing. So obviously I'm a little biased when it comes to that. So I would like to know what you guys thought about the Cade Levi match. Your boy Cade ended up winning the $1 million. And, I think it's awesome to see someone's life change, before, live. Someone before our eyes, $1 million is not, a small amount of money. It's a large amount of money. And I feel like the money is a great incentive for the athletes. Each athlete got paid $10,001 to participate in it. Unfortunately, the second place gets the same amount as last place, which I think is kind of messed up. I mean, if you make it all the way to day 2, you fight your butt off against someone, and if it's a close match and you lose $990,000, it might suck a lot. So maybe they'll change that, maybe not. I'm not sure. You're gonna have to ask Craig on that one. But also ADCC just finished today. Had some great winners. Nicholas Marigali ended up injuring himself. He got Uchimata and then got Darst, which was something I don't think any of us expected. Gordon Ryan won his match against Felipe Pena and Yuri Samo. Yuri, we'll just say Yuri because I don't want to mess up the last name. So yeah, he beat both of them. But I just think the majority of the people who are vocal for the CJI side really don't mess with Gordon Ryan and ADCC. Now, for me, I just want to see some jiu-jitsu. I don't care. Honestly, I just like that CJI was free, and they really had a really great incentive to watch the fighters. They had a great under 80, great over 80. Overall, really great matches all around, and the format was dope. 3 5-minute rounds, like boxing scorecard in between rounds. You really could see who's up, who really needs to pick up the pace. And the crowd was really involved. They were booing, they were cheering. Like if someone was just like sitting down playing guard butt schooling the whole time, the crowd would boo. They really want to see more action, and I think that in the future, the the fighters are going to start gravitating to what the fans say. I think that's what's best for the sport. The people who want to be entertained, um, you know, they have reasons why they want to be entertained. If you see someone doing a backflip off the wall, reverse triangle, obviously that's a lot cooler than getting, Americana from side control, So as a competitor, I really can't say because I haven't competed in jiu-jitsu not until next week. So I'm sure competitors feel differently about playing guard, have different strategies for entries, and just for game planning against certain people. There's different sizes, different weights, different styles in jiu-jitsu. So I'm very curious to see where the direction goes when it comes to a next CJI tournament. Are they going to up the ante? Nicky Rod called out Gordon Ryan for $1 million for him to put up $1 million against each other. Winner takes all. Winner takes $2 million. So it's like, well, we're talking lots of money, talking about some very entertaining stuff in the works, and I just wanted to share my opinion on CGI just because we're able to check it out. So if you guys haven't checked out any of the videos, just put some highlights of the submissions down below. So check that out. And also we have our first jiu-jitsu match next week. So tune in. Also post, how, going to the event, how I feel, sharing my thoughts before and after. And it's in the gi. So we're going to be doing our first tournament as a white belt. Hopefully we rock out and do our thing. So that's the goal. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. We are back on our daily routine, about to train, hop in the cold plunge, and take you guys along with us for our last week before our first competition. Now, that is all. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.